Okay, in this lesson we're going to look at headings. Now, I'm just going to pick up where I left off here with headings, but I'm going to save it. The reason I'm saving so many of these documents in different names, firstly it gives you practice, lets you see how you save them, but also it means that I can put the code up onto your course quite easily. So I'm just going to go to File and I'm going to Save As. Now I should have saved paragraphs in beginning coding, but I'll come back and fix that in a second. So the next document, I'm going to call this heading, for headings. And I'll go into beginning coding and save it in there. Okay, now you'll see now that this is called headings. Now in here I can change the title. I'm just going to change that to headings. And you'll see in the live preview it now changes to headings as well. Okay. And if I go down there and look and see, you'll see it says headings there too. Okay, so headings are a wee bit more complicated but extremely useful. If you're creating a web page, the main heading is the heading 1. So let's put a heading 1 in. Again, as with most of the stuff early on in this course, we're going to use the inside the body. Alright, it will take us a wee bit of time before we start to put code inside the head other than the title. But we'll come to it. So inside the body I'm going to put in H1 and I will just say the most important. And what you'll see here is that H1 sits there and it is big and it is bold, and in terms of the computer it is the most important heading of them all. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a couple of lines down and I'm just going to type in another heading. This one's heading 2. Okay, and in this case I am going to put in, I'll just write in heading 2. And you'll see heading 2 is slightly smaller and less important. And again I'll just get another line and I'll put heading 3. And again, on it goes. Now I'm just going to jump down to the bottom of the document. There are 6 headings, right? There's not really any prizes for guessing the next level of the headings, but H4 is heading 4, H5 is heading 5, and H6 is heading 6. That's as small as the headings go. Now you can see there that they get less. It's like a eyesight test. It gets smaller as it goes down the list. I don't think I've ever needed the heading 6, but it just shows you the variety of headings that you can use. They're very good for dividing the page logically, but they also do have a greater use as you go on. But essentially, heading 1 is the most important. You should only ever have one of these in a page. Okay, so I'll just put in only one per page. Alright, heading 2, you can have several heading 2s. If you thought something was as important as the next thing, then you would make 2 heading 2s. So I could say this is quite important, and I'll change that to heading 2 as well, and I'll say this is also quite important. So what we've done here is the 2 heading 2s have got the same level of importance in the document. They really just act as content to show the reader what's coming up. So subheadings and of paragraphs would be the most common use of these. But that's how you do headings. So H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6 if you ever get that far within H6. And that's how you do headings.